In the last 200 years, the world has witnessed numerous events that have sparked heated debates and divided nations. In today's video, we're going to explore some of the most controversial events of the last 2 centuries. Let's get started. Our first stop is the American Civil War. Fought from 1861 to 1865, it remains one of the bloodiest and most divisive conflicts in American history. The war stemmed from deep-rooted issues like states' rights and slavery. The Southern states seceded from the Union, leading to a brutal war that claimed over 600,000 lives. Even today, the legacy of the Civil War continues to influence American society and politics. 7 years ago, our fathers brought forth on this continent a new nation, conceived in liberty and dedicated to the proposition that all men are created equal. Next, we head to Russia, where the 1917 revolution changed the course of history. The overthrow of the Tsarist autocracy and the rise of the Bolsheviks, led by Vladimir Lenin, led to the establishment of the Soviet Union. This event not only transformed Russia, but also set the stage for the global ideological conflict of the 20th century, the Cold War. Peace, land, and bread. This slogan encapsulated the demands of the revolutionaries and resonated with the war-weary and impoverished Russian populace. World War II is perhaps the most extensively documented and controversial event of the 20th century. The war involved nearly every part of the world, leading to unimaginable destruction and the loss of millions of lives. The Holocaust, where 6 million Jews were systematically murdered by the Nazis, remains a stark reminder of the horrors of genocide. The ethical and moral implications of the war, including the use of atomic bombs on Hiroshima and Nagasaki, continue to be debated today. The trials of the major war criminals began in Nuremberg, Germany, in November 1945. These proceedings were groundbreaking in holding leaders accountable for war crimes. The Vietnam War is another event that deeply divided public opinion. Initially seen as a fight against the spread of communism, the war soon became a quagmire for the United States. With extensive media coverage, the brutal realities of war were brought into American living rooms, leading to widespread protests and a significant anti-war movement. The war left a lasting impact on U.S. foreign policy and the collective American psyche. Hey, LBJ, how many kids did you kill today? This chant became a rallying cry for the anti-war movement, reflecting the deep disillusionment with the U.S. government's actions in Vietnam. The fall of the Berlin Wall in 1989 was a monumental event symbolizing the end of the Cold War and the division between East and West. For nearly 3 decades, the wall stood as a physical and ideological barrier between the communist East Berlin and the democratic West Berlin. Its fall not only reunified Germany, but also marked the collapse of communist regimes across Eastern Europe. Mr. Gorbachev, tear down this wall. These famous words by President Ronald Reagan encapsulated the desire for freedom and reunification that resonated with people on both sides of the Iron Curtain. The Iraq War, which began in 2003, remains a highly controversial conflict. Initiated by the United States and its allies under the pretext of dismantling weapons of mass destruction, the war led to the overthrow of Saddam Hussein, but also caused immense suffering and instability in the region. The lack of evidence for WMDs and the prolonged occupation of Iraq have sparked ongoing debates about the war's justification and consequences. The United States of America will not permit the world's most dangerous regimes to threaten us with the world's most destructive weapons. This statement by President George W. Bush outlined the rationale for the invasion, a rationale that remains contentious. These are just a few of the most controversial events in the last 200 years. Each of these events has left an indelible mark on history and continues to influence our world today. What do you think about these events? Are there any others you believe should be on this list? Let us know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe to Knowledge Hub, and ring the bell so you never miss an update. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.